first and foremost, you have Rabbi Meir Baal HaNess. This is one of the most famous Tanaim in all of the Torah. He is 4th generation Tana. He's one of the 5 students that Rabbi Akiva, after the horrendous event where in the Gemara Masechet Sanhedrin, page 14a, talks about how 24,000 students of Rabbi Akiva died in a short period of time right before Lag BaOmer. Rabbi Akiva had to restart. How you restart after losing 24,000 of Gdolei Ador, I don't know, but he knew he had to restart. And one of the 5 students was Rabbi Meir Baal HaNess, meaning our entire oral Torah, he's one of the people it depends on. We don't have the Torah of the 24,000 students. We have the Torah of the 5 students and Rabbi Akiva. Much less. So, Rabbi Meir Baal HaNess is one of those giants. And he's called Rabbi Meir Baal HaNess, Rabbi Meir, the owner of miracles. Why? Because miracles were very common to him. One of the stories he says, I believe in Gemara Masechet Brachot, says that his wife, Buria, she had a sister who got kidnapped. Got kidnapped by the Romans, or taken, whatever, by the Romans. And they took her to the prostitution house. Made her into a prostitute. And she says to Rabbi Meir, you have to do something. You have to go do something. Go save my sister. So Rabbi Meir went. He prayed to HaShem. He said, HaShem, if no one has touched her, she's still clean, make me a miracle that I'll be able to free her. If not, let it stand as your judgment, as what it is. Because in reality, she really was a tzaddik. The sister was a tzaddik, was a tzaddikah. She made one sin. She made one sin that Hashem sent her to get judged for. What was the sin? This is in Gemara Masechet Sotah. What was the sin? Anybody know what the sin was? Her father was a big tzaddik, Rabbi Hanina. Big tzaddik. Her mother was tzaddikah. Her sister, Bruria, Rabbi Meir Baal HaNess' wife, tzaddikah, mentioned all over the Gemara, having debates. She knew Torah. She knew more than many of the sages even. Had an unfortunate end, but nonetheless, she was a big chachama, and her sister also was a tzaddikah. So why did she get such a big punishment? Hashem sends tzaddikah to a prostitution house. Become a prostitute. HaShem Yerachem. What kind of punishment is that? Why? Because one day, she was walking around, and a couple of goyim, a couple of Romans, saw her, and they complimented the way she was walking. Not her fault. They complimented the way she was walking. So because they complimented the way she was walking, she took she took the compliment. She felt good about it. So she decided to walk a little nicer to get more attention. Hashem says, oh, you want attention of the goyim, of the modesty? No problem. I'll send you to a place. That's all you're going to get. Hashem Yerachem. For what? For walking, not for sleeping with one of them, chas v'shalom. Not for being with one of them. Not for wearing a mini skirt. Not for wearing no clothes. Not for that. For walking. For walking, Hashem Yerachem, for walking and trying to get attention. People say, oh, listen, you're too stringent. You talk about women's modesty too much. I'm like, what? Do you know what the Torah says about modesty? A tzadikah, her father was able to revive the dead. Her father was able to take a dead, make him alive. Someone dead, make him alive. Someone alive, make him dead. Her father was like that. Her sister, her mother, everybody was tzaddik. She was tzaddikah too. Modest clothes covered up to here, sleeves, nothing, no problem. She wasn't wearing big, 30-inch heels. Tzadikah. She walked a little bit. After getting a compliment, Hashem says, that's a sin for you. It's a sin. Imagine what Hashem thinks of a woman that doesn't cover herself. Imagine what Hashem thinks of a woman that wears one of these short skirts, or one of these long wigs, or one of these tight clothes that's so tight you pretty much know exactly how she looks like naked. So Hashem sent her to the prostitution house. That was the punishment. It's Gemara. So Rabbi Meir goes, giant guard over there. He says, listen, Rabbi Meir pretends to be a customer. I'm looking. Okay, go look. Immediately he sees who she is, and she doesn't know it's him. So he says, yes, I'd like you. And she goes, I'm sorry, I can't. He goes, why I can't? I'll pay top dollar for you. No, I'm sorry, I can't. I'll pay top dollar for you. I'll pay double what you want. He goes, no, I'm sorry, it's my time of the month. It's my time of the month, and under no condition am I going to be with anybody in the time of the month. Rabbi Meir, no. Tzadikah is also chachama. Tzadikah is also wise. She probably tells this excuse to everybody. That means no one touched her. So he goes back to the bodyguard, to the security guard. And he says, listen, that one over there, the new one you have, I want to buy her. He goes, hey, buy her. The owner of the place will kill me. He goes, listen, here's a bag full of gold. Take it. He goes, doesn't matter how much gold you give me, they're going to kill me. He said, listen, don't worry, it's going to be okay. He goes, what, don't worry, how could I trust it's going to be okay? He goes, just say, anyone comes next to you, just say, Elah de Rabbi Meir aneni. The God of Rabbi Meir, answer me. Not Rabbi Meir answer me, chas v'shalom. The God of Rabbi Meir. Because Rabbi Meir has merits in Shamayim. Some people, what do they say? Rabbi Meir answer me. They make Rabbi Meir into an idol. No, it's Elah de Rabbi Meir. The God of Rabbi Meir answer me, because Rabbi Meir has merits. Say, the God of Rabbi Meir answer me, and don't worry, everything's going to be okay. He goes, how do I know it's going to work? He says, okay, you know that vicious hyena you have over there, or dog, or whatever you have over there, that's about to kill whatever he sees? He goes, release him. He goes, release him. He's going to kill you in 2 seconds. He's going to kill you. Giant dog. It's a lion. He's going to kill you. He goes, release him. Don't worry. Guy says, listen, no insurance. He releases him. The dog runs and attacks to attack Rabbi Meir. Rabbi Meir says, the God of Rabbi Meir, aneni, answer me. The little dog becomes a little puppy. Starts to become his best friend. Nothing. No, don't say it. Nothing. Puppy. Why? Because Rabbi Meir Baal HaNess has merits. So from that moment on, they called Rabbi Meir Baal HaNess. Rabbi Meir, the miracle worker. Why? There was a lion over there. Kills everything in sight, including the owner. All of a sudden becomes puppy. Why? Rabbi Meir has merits. Torah merits. But people need to know, it's not Rabbi Meir that makes the miracles. It's HaShem makes the miracles. The God of Rabbi Meir. Very important to know. There's a lot of idol worship, unfortunately, everywhere, including Judaism today, if we don't know how to translate things correctly. So Rabbi Meir Baal HaNess is the one giving us this Mishnah. Rabbi Meir was highly praised by his students. Who were his students? One of them was Rabbi Yehuda Nasi. Rabbi HaKadosh. Rabbi, who's Rabbi? Rabbi is the one that put this Mishnah together. The entire Mishnah we have, all of the Mishnah, that the Gemara is based on, it's before the Gemara, 2,500 years ago, Mishnah. Who wrote it? Rabbi. Who's his teacher? Rabbi Meir Baal HaNess. What did Rabbi say about Rabbi Meir Baal HaNess? He says, I contribute all of my wisdom in Torah to the fact that I was able to see the back of Rabbi Meir Baal HaNess's head. I was able to see the back of his head. Imagine how much knowledge I would have if I was able to see the front. So, the Mefarshim have a few different commentaries on it. And one of the opinions is that Rebbe was one of the students in Rabbi Meir's students, but he didn't sit close. He sat in the back, far away from his teacher. And he was able to see him from far away, but he never developed a close relationship with him as if you do one-on-one. He says, look how much I learned from him just from being one of the students in his class. One of the many students he had. Look how much I was able to learn from him just from seeing him draw on a chalkboard. Just a student in his class. Look, I wrote the entire Mishnah. Imagine I was able to get close to him and learn his Torah.